popcorn with me, and really good popcorn. Extra butter, delicious. I kind of want to talk a little bit first about, there we go, about AMC. So I know with the quarantine and the quarantine hitting, all this stuff might be different. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do after the quarantine, but I kind of want to talk a little bit about AMC, the movie theater, and the event that they still have these things. So first of all, I am a member of the A-list. With the A-list, I have to pay monthly, depending on $20, $27. Again, that might change, not sure. And with that, I get 3 movies per week. So I can either watch 3 movies in one day, and I probably shouldn't say this, but like I said, I love movies so much. I literally have watched 3 movies back to back to back before, and it's awesome. It's such a fun time. Or you can spread out your movies and see 3 movies throughout the whole week, and then there's a cutoff deadline, usually typically Fridays. If you decide that you don't want to watch all 3 movies each week, then you don't have to. It's up to you. The only thing with that is the AMC for the A-list is only per person. So for me, I can only get in showing my ID. I cannot have my mom or my dad or anybody else get in with my A-list. It's just for me. So I would definitely recommend that. If you don't want to pay each month with that though, on Tuesdays, if you have a really large family, you can go an all-day Tuesday. It's only $5 per person, so it's a great way to get in. All you have to do is sign up for the AMC Stubs members, and it's totally free. Also, with this handy dandy delicious popcorn that I made, if you buy a popcorn bucket, then every time after you initially buy your popcorn bucket, it is only $5 for this nice handy bucket that you bring to the AMC movie theater, and they fill it up for you for only $5, and you can get a free refill as well. So it's a great way to get some popcorn if you love popcorn like I do. So that's a little bit about AMC that I definitely recommend if they do all those promotions when they open up after the quarantine. Okay, so as you can tell, I have a little cheat sheet bullet list. I don't know about you, but when I talk about something, if I don't write it down with bullet points on a sticky note or something, it literally goes in one ear and out the other, and I totally forget about it. And I want to make sure that I cover everything about the movie for you so that you know what to watch and what not to watch. All right, so first of all, I was so excited. I went on Netflix and I looked at the top 10, and there's always a top 10 list for USA Today. So it's like a recommended list that USA Today has, and I looked at the number 2 movie and I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna watch this. It's recommended. I've never really watched a movie on the top 10 list or show that was not good. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be my first movie review. And you kind of know where I'm going from here. It definitely was a disappointment. But I do want to kind of break down the movie and talk about some pros and cons of the movie for you. Okay, so the movie is called John Henry, and a little bit about John Henry is it is based on John Henry is a folklore, and it was about a guy named John Henry, and he was a man that had a long hammer, and he would go and pretty much make tunnels. Again, it's a folklore. However, the movie had nothing to do about this folklore. So if you're looking for a movie about the John Henry folklore, and if you know that tale, it has nothing to do with the movie. The only part that kind of correlated with it was he had a big hammer as a weapon. That was it. It had nothing to do with the folklore. So again, the movie's called John Henry, and it's definitely not family friendly. It has some drugs and some cursing. It kind of mentions a little bit of prostitution, so it's definitely not family friendly if you're looking for a bonding movie experience where you can get your popcorn and sit down and watch a Disney movie. It's definitely not. A brief summary. So it is a crime, drama, thriller movie, and it is about a man, of course, named John Henry, and he used to be part of a gang located in LA. He's not currently in the gang, but he used to be. And he opens up his door, and there's this girl on the doorstep, and he kind of gets some information about her and starts to help her. He finds out she cannot speak any English, so it's kind of cool how they have to interact through looking at his pictures that he drew and communicate otherwise because she can't speak English. So the whole movie is predominantly about him helping her and her siblings because they're immigrants, and he's helping her, and he is, after he helps her, he finds out that she has some issues with the gang that he used to be in. So pretty much the whole movie is him helping her overcome the challenges of his past, that he used to be part of a gang and he doesn't want to go into that life again, but he kind of has to in order to help these immigrants. That's the overview of the movie. The actor, so it stars Terry Crew, and he, if you know anything about him, was in White Chicks. It also features the rapper Ludacris, and then the girl that's on his doorstep. I always have to look at her name because I'm terrible at pronouncing names. So if I slaughter this name, please forgive me. Jamila Velquez, I think that's how I wrote it down as. She was in the series called Twisted and Empire, if you watched those series before. Okay, so a little bit of the plot. The plot and the writing was really, really great, how they wrote the plot, and the beginning of the movie was really great with the cinematography and how they did flashbacks. Typically with flashbacks, you don't really know if it's a flashback because, you know, you're stuck in either present or the flashback, but it was a really good job with the flashbacks, how they did it. How they did it is they saw the history of John being in the previous gang when he was in his gang. So they did like clips of recordings. So it was a great way that you could tell that it was a flashback. So that was really cool on that. The storyline, like I said, was really awesome. The middle of the movie was really great. However, the ending like really ruined the whole makeup of the plot. So that's where it got really negative. The music was great. I don't like rap typically, but the rap was actually pretty good and really catchy. So now we have the negative. So as you kind of heard before, when I started off, I was really excited for my first movie review, and this one was not that good. So, the whole special effects and the action and the directing ruined the whole entire movie. Now, the director, his name is Will Forbes. This was his first movie that he made. So I'm trying to be kind of gracious on him a little bit, but the directing, you could definitely tell that this was a low budget film. The action scenes, you know, usually like with the blood and the gore and all that, was really fake looking, and the action, you know, when it's like the intense action scenes where they're fighting and everything, and you're supposed to be like on your seat on edge, like what's gonna happen, I literally was laughing. Now, if you know anything about action movies, you shouldn't be laughing during action movies because it looks so fake. So the action and the kind of visual effects and the directing really ruined the whole entire movie. So, talking about the pros and the cons, I would rate this movie out of 10 a 3. A 3. Again, I would rate it a 3 because of the plot was really good, but the action, the visuals, the special effects, and the directing was really poor. If they maybe had more of a budget, then it would have been a better movie. The actors did a really good job, except for during the action scenes. Again, the acting was not that good with the like action scenes. So I would not recommend you watch this movie. If you decide that you would like to watch this movie though, I would love for you to comment below with maybe your reactions, if you have any differing viewpoints. I was really disappointed that it was number 2 on the US Today with Netflix. I don't know why it was. It shouldn't have probably been even in the top 50. But yes. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you have any movie recommendations that you would like for me to watch and review, I am looking at the comments. But until then, such good popcorn. Keep eating that buttery, delicious popcorn, and keep watching those movies. See you guys until next time.